Imagine the thrill of witnessing a fighter's dreams shatter in an instant, only for another's to soar to new heights. This is the dramatic twist of fate that unfolded at UFC 323, leaving fans buzzing and debating the unpredictability of combat sports. But here's where it gets controversial. Was this a fair victory, or did misfortune rob us of an epic showdown? Stick around as we dive into every electrifying detail of how Joshua Van claimed the flyweight crown in a blink-and-you-miss-it manner. Brett Okamoto, a seasoned ESPN reporter who's been immersed in the world of mixed martial arts and boxing since 2010, brings us the scoop from Las Vegas. With coverage of mega events and exclusive chats with legends like Dana White, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, and Georges St. Pierre, plus his role producing the 30 for 30 documentary Chuck and Tito, on the storied rivalry between Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz, Brett knows the octagon inside out. When he's not chasing fights, you'll find him in Las Vegas, swinging golf clubs at an amateur level, proving even pros have hobbies that keep them grounded. In a night that turned the flyweight division on its head, one of the most dominant title reigns in UFC history ended not with a bang, but with an unfortunate thud inside T-Mobile Arena on Saturday. Joshua Van, just 24 years old and boasting a record of 16 wins against only 2 losses, etched his name into the record books as the second youngest champion ever in the UFC. He secured the 125-pound belt through a technical knockout victory over Alexandre Pantoja, who entered the co-main event with an impressive 30-6 mark in what was meant to be a highly anticipated clash. The bout concluded in a mere 26 seconds, a shocking brevity that left spectators stunned. Pantoja, attempting a high right kick aimed at Van's head, found himself caught off guard. Literally. Van skillfully trapped the leg and transitioned into a takedown. That's a wrestling move where one fighter takes the other to the ground to gain control, often setting up further attacks. As Pantoja twisted in midair to protect himself, he landed awkwardly, with his left arm bending unnaturally beneath his body, resulting in what appeared to be a severe injury. This marked Pantoja's first defeat in over 5 years. A run that had seen him successfully defend the title on 3 separate occasions. Van, reflecting on the moment, shared his surprise and sportsmanship. "I wasn't sure what had happened. He just went still. I was poised to follow up with some ground and pound strikes, repeated punches from the top position in grappling, but the referee signaled that something was amiss. He's a true legend in this sport, and I genuinely wished for the fight to unfold differently." Immediately after the incident, Pantoja exited the octagon to receive medical care, prioritizing his health over any post-fight formalities. Later, he turned to Instagram to reassure his supporters with a resilient message. "I've faced tougher challenges before. I'll bounce back stronger than ever. Count on it. Thanks for all the kind words." And this is the part most people miss. The victory for Van wasn't just timely. It capped off a phenomenal 2025, where he went undefeated with 4 wins. Starting the year as an up-and-coming talent, still honing his skills, Van bounced back from a knockout loss to Charles Johnson back in June 2024. Hailing from Myanmar and now based in Houston, he racked up victories over Ray Tsaruya, Bruno Silva, and Brandon Royval to earn his shot at glory. His battle with Royval was particularly noteworthy, shattering the UFC record for the highest number of combined strikes, 419 in total. Showcasing the high-octane action that modern MMA fans crave. For beginners in the sport, think of strikes as any impactful punches, kicks, or elbows thrown during the fight. The more landed, the more it demonstrates speed, endurance, and technique. Van also holds the distinction of being the youngest fighter to surpass 1,000 significant strikes in UFC history, a testament to his aggressive style and dedication. In an emotional moment after the win, he passed the belt to his mother and expressed his gratitude. "I'm incredibly fortunate. This is a moment for the people of Myanmar. Now the world will recognize our spirit." Pantoja, meanwhile, had been on an extraordinary streak that placed him among the greatest in flyweight history, often drawing comparisons to legends like Demetrius Johnson. He clinched the title in June 2023 with a split decision win over Brandon Moreno, defending it multiple times and building a legacy of resilience and skill. But here's where opinions might clash. Some argue that injuries are just part of the brutal nature of MMA, making Van's triumph well-deserved and highlighting the sport's inherent risks. Others might contend it feels like a hollow win, robbed of the back-and-forth drama that could have crowned a true battle. Was it destiny rewarding Van's hard work, or a controversial stroke of bad luck that diminishes Pantoja's reign? Do you think the UFC should consider rule changes to handle such instant injuries differently, perhaps allowing for rematches? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you side with the underdog's comeback or champion the new king's rise? Let's hear your take on this wild world of combat.